Coach, I guess throughout the fall, you talked about wanting to see these guys just get going, get the freshmen on campus. Were there any of the freshman arms that stood out to you during that time?
Parker Gutierrez threw the ball really good. He's probably the one guy out of that freshman group that really stood out. There was days where some of the other ones, threw the ball good. But he's probably the one guy that stood out.
And I've seen TJ had mentioned in like some, I guess, preseason articles that you've talked with some outlets, and I guess what did you see from him this fall that made him stand out so much?
He's very athletic. Gives you the ability to play on both sides of the base. Probably also gives you the ability to go to center if you needed to, which usually if a guy could do that. But he's very athletic, got really good hands, and swung the bat good in the fall.
I saw when I was around and got to see a little bit, I saw Austin Gray in the outfield. I guess, how did he adjust to that? How's he adjusted to playing in the outfield?
Tell you, he's made some really nice plays out there. He's probably got an above average arm out there. Seems like he's playing it really good. Generally, you get a guy that's played some middle infield in his lifetime, and you stick him out there, it is a little bit easier, and it seems like that's happened.
What's Kevin looking like behind the plate? Bazell?
Bazell had a good fall. Caught the ball good. He's looked good.
I mean, I see him projected like top 30, possibly as a draft prospect next year. How talented is he at that position?
Bazell, it'd be this year. He's a junior this year.
Right.
He's draft eligible this year. Nothing Bazell or this whole group, anything they do is not going to surprise us. He's a really talented baseball player. Can really catch, can really throw, can really hit.
What's the competition like at those middle infield positions? And I mean, how many legit guys do you have there?
Yeah, I really think there's 4 or 5 guys that could go play shortstop and be adequate there. Obviously, there's going to be a couple that are probably better than the other ones. There's some that are possibly better at second than they are at short, and vice versa. I think the competition really 1 through 9 is really good. I think there's competition at every spot on the field. I think the guys are handling that really good and showing up each day so far.
Can you kind of run down who are the guys that you're looking at shortstop and second base? Just name their names.
Well, you're talking about Tracer Lopez, Will Burns, Pompey, Travis Sanders, Landon Strickling at second base. That should get all of them.
And Tracer, is he gonna play second also?
He's going to play one of the two. If he's in there, I would think he's playing one of the two.
Could you talk about this beginning of the season, just some of the powerhouses you're having to face up right away there at Black Hill?
College baseball is college baseball. It's hard to win at all levels. Probably doesn't matter what the name on the jersey is. You got to earn the right to win. Coached in a lot of different leagues and hadn't coached in one yet that was easy to go win and you could just chalk up a W. Generally, you talk about a college baseball team, they're going to have somebody they can start that you're going to have to go, you have to compete with to beat them, and you have to play good defense, you have to run the bases good. It's going to be exciting for the guys who go to Globe Life and play first 5 games. I think that's really cool. We're going to get to stay down there 5 or 6 days and play. And as far as who we're playing, I think it's the guys will get excited about who they're playing, possibly, but we don't want to get too caught up in the name on the jersey. There's good baseball players at all levels of college baseball, but excited about those 4 or 5 games.
I know as a coach you don't really look too far into this, but preseason number 4 in the Big 12, does that mean anything to you?
It's fuel for the fire for sure. It's definitely something that you could look at. I think that just came out yesterday. We had our Diamond Club dinner last night. Somebody mentioned it came out yesterday. It's absolutely fuel for the fire. Anytime you're not picked, first, and you feel like you've had a really good program for a long time, absolutely motivates the guys.
Coach, with Gavin Cash being in second year here and just recently being named preseason All Big 12 selection, does that kind of give him a new leadership role in this team?
You'd have to ask Gavin that. I mean, I think Gavin's going to lead by the way he goes about his business every day. He shows up and hits as much as anybody and works as hard as anybody. And so he's always led by example. And Gavin wants to win. As far as does an award make him or a preseason nomination make him nominated to be a leader, I think it's a matter if he decides to do that. And again, he's always led by example. You don't go out and lead the league in RBIs and home runs without leading by example, for sure.
How would you kind of describe KDD? What style of player he is, what he brings to you?
Cade's, ironically, we said this at the dinner last night. You know, if you ask anybody on our team who our third baseman is, they'd say Cade McGee. And what's up, Kyle?
What's up?
How's it going? Got some lunch?
Yes, sir.
And so, you know, he's a guy that's going to put together good quality at bats. Going to do everything in his power to play good defense. Seems to really like playing baseball. You know, last summer in the recruiting process, there was many a summer days where he was up coaching a baseball game at 7 in the morning because they play so early out in Arizona. And so he's kind of a baseball rat. I think he likes being at the ballpark.
What'd you say? You said he was up coaching a baseball game?
He was coaching a younger team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like a youth kid?
Yeah, I don't even know what age.
Coach, how did Jack Washburn throw the ball in the fall?
Towards the end, threw the ball good. Threw it really good. Yeah, he threw the ball really good.
What's your
And I shouldn't say just towards the end. He threw the ball good the whole fall.
What's your competition like in the rotation? Who are you looking at there?
Oh, I think I think there's guys that could pop out there that I wouldn't mention. Like if I mention 5 or 6 names, I think there's guys that could come to the forefront. I think the exciting thing is you run Kyle Robinson out there last year in a regional. I want to say beats Florida in game 2 of a regional, and you're probably opening up with him opening day, and there's going to be guys coming out of the bullpen behind him that got every bit as good stuff and every bit as much pitchability. And but there's 5 or 6 guys there, Don, you could name, and like I said, I could name them. And there'd be somebody, you hope, that pitches really good out of the bullpen and pushes some guys.
What's Cade Petty looking like?
Zane Petty.
Zane Petty.
I threw the ball good yesterday. Threw the ball good.
Anything else?
He's throwing the ball good, really good. Pitched in the NBC last summer, threw the ball good. Had a good summer.
Anything else for Coach Tadlock?
Who else? You mentioned the National Baseball Congress. Who all played in that this past summer?
I would say he would be the one, because the other couple that played would have been Ryan Free and Gage Harrelson played up in the Cape. You know, those guys come to mind, guys that were playing quite a bit in the summer.
What did Cal do in the summer?
Cal,
Robinson.
he played on the USA team. That's done in, I think it's done in probably July, first week in July.
That's right.
It's about a 2 or 3 week deal. Yeah, he went out right after our season and made the USA team. That was really cool.
Coach, what does this new facility mean to this team and this program, and how do you see it helping y'all out this season?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of guys come before all this group that have earned the right to have such a special place. And this facility's been really neat. I mean, I think it's every bit as advertised. When we finished the nutrition area and the cages in November, you could really see the continuity of guys just hanging out in here a little more so than when you just had the locker room. It's something that I think, the guys that came before this group really, again, they deserve this, and we appreciate the people that, obviously funded it and what they did to put it all this in motion. It's a unique place. I mean, it's not like you're under a stadium. It's a very open area back there. Guys are having a good time.
You mentioned some of the former players. Have any of them come back and seen this facility and be like, dang, that would have been nice?
Birdie's back there right now. Ryan Shedder's back there right now. There's not a day goes by that guys aren't here. Like every day guys are here. Either throwing or hitting or just hanging out or just coming by to say hi.